everybody. This is Flaws and All. I'm Chris.
I'm Brian. How y'all doing? Welcome back. We've been absent for a couple of weeks, but we had our own things going on in our personal lives, between work, school, kids. But we're gonna get y'all caught up. So let's get right into it. All right.
You smell so good.
Huh?
I said you smell really good. It really does.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad my soap can bring you joy.
I mean, it brings me joy.
This girl is out of control. All right. All right. Today's topic is difference between lust and love, unconditional. Between lust and love. All right. So let's talk about it. Lust and love. Well, first thing, lust is one of the 7 deadly sins. Second, the difference between it. I don't know how to I think I can just break it down and how I would interpret it, or how I interpret it, I should say. So let's say I see Crystal, and I'm out getting me some new shoes, or just out shopping, get me a burger or something like that, and I see her fine brown frame, right? And
hey. Y'all heard that?
I juiced her up, and I stand there, and it's not because I don't know her, right? So the first thing in me is I'll check out her physical features. How tall is she? Well, I'm short, just get that out the way. How tall is she? Her skin color. I don't know if I should have said that, because skin color really doesn't really matter. Nonetheless, legs, her how do you say it? Her curves, ass, stuff like that. So I start mentally trying to picture myself with her. Could that be a thing? And then the second thing that usually comes with that is then a lust from a sexual standpoint. Like most dudes, like I like to smash, or like to hit that, get into that, something like that. Now, love, on the other hand, I think that love comes into play when you're actually in a relationship, and you've been in that relationship for months. Now, when we got together, that word was not just thrown around. I made sure I avoided that word like the plague, or like the coronavirus. That wasn't funny.
That's not funny.
I avoided it because of how my life was and things I've been through. I made sure that I did not inadvertently throw that word around and then try to live up to that expectation when I didn't necessarily mean it. So when I did say it, I knew it came with meaning, and it came with a purpose. So I think those are the difference between lust and love. What say you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody experienced lust and love, and how I was able to determine the difference was me being able to love an individual, flaws and all. Like, that let me realize that when me and him started dating and we were getting to know each other, like I wanted to take my time getting to really know him, build a foundation, become friends first, before we jumped into a relationship. And then when we made that decision to be in a relationship, then like those feelings started to get a little bit deeper. So I already cared for him deeply as a friend, but then now I'm like, okay, now I love him. Like, and
you just said that out loud on YouTube.
Yes, I do love you.
All right.
And so like, yeah, so I knew then, I was like, yeah, I really love this guy. Like, he could work my last nerve, but I'm like, I love him. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. You can get on my nerves, or you can do something that just like annoys the heck out of me, but I'm like, it's like my love is still there for him.
Why are you throwing shade right now?
I'm not throwing shade. I'm just being real. Now, like in a lustful situation, I have, like you said, seen a guy or whatever the case may be, and me and him probably talk for a very short period of time, and then I'm throwing the L word around because I am like lusting over the idea of being with him and, you know, physically being involved or whatever that case may be. And then it's funny because what made me realize that I was lusting over a person was when it was like when the fun was gone or whatever case was gone, it was like there was nothing left. There's no feelings. There's no love, nothing. With him, I can honestly say that, knocking on wood, if anything happened between he and I'm still going to love him because we're friends first.
Mm-hmm.
So I loved him as a friend, but then when we were together, it was more solid for me. So
yeah, I think when you get into a relationship or before that, it's important to, and I've learned this trial and error, and I think everyone goes through it. You know, everyone makes their mistakes throughout their life, their teenage years, young adulthood, and then you continue to mature until you get into your, you know, later 20s, early 30s, so on and so forth. You continue to mature and truly understand what it means to be with a person. So when you get in a relationship, I think it's important to build that foundation. Now, for example, like you said, we were friends for a while before we even took that next step, and I think we both made that clear from the outset. Now, for her, it's always, because I live an hour away, so she's always like, I wish it was Friday. So, because she wanted to see me, right?
I have no patience.
Right? No, she don't, right? So I'm like, yo, I feel like I just left, you know, chill. I'll be up there, so on and so forth.
Oh, wait a minute, y'all. He's trying to front because there's been times, babe, where you call me in the middle of the week like, I can't wait for Friday.
I'm just playing to what you doing, so you don't have to bring it up first.
No, he's done it too. Okay, and we're not about to sit here in front where he's just gonna put that on me like, oh, she just can't wait till Friday. No, you've done the same thing. Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll just say she did it more. It's just semantics here. So you made me lose my train of thought. My bad. We just talked off a clip. But anyway, building the foundation, being friends first before you decide to move into a relationship. Because if you jump straight into a relationship because of a person's physical features versus where their heart is, that's when you'll find yourself lusting after the individual for, and it's your reasons, whether it be sexual reasons, where you just want to see them, whatever the case may be. So when that word love comes into play, it almost like it's like, but that's just something, an environment that you or your partner inadvertently created because of the lust. So I would just say become friends first, try to build that relationship, and then as you guys progress throughout your friendship, and if those feelings, you know, take different heights, then so be it, and just, you know, be an adult, you know, the male and the female, and then go about your business. But
I want to say something. So,
oh boy,
how I knew I loved Brian was we were having a conversation. So like me and him, we Skype a lot, and it came out accidentally, like while, like, you know, when you're about to get off the phone or say, all right, I'll talk to you later. I was like, okay, I love you. And I was like, and he went, and I was like, no, I didn't say that. And he's like, yes, you did.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, like, I love you.
and the thing with that, I remember the thing with that is, I didn't say it back.
And I didn't expect, and I told him too, I was like, listen, you do not have to say it back to me. I'm not expecting you to feel the same way that I feel.
And I think, you're right, you're right. And I think that's the thing, and people, you know, make a mistake, because if one person says it, the other person almost feels compelled that they must say it too, because if they don't say it, it's almost like, oh, you don't love me. And that's not the case. They just not in that space yet. And when she said it, I was not in that space yet, because, you know, we've been through a lot in our lives. I was not in a space to where that word was going to get thrown out, and then I had to, like I said, live up to the expectation. So I was cautiously optimistic in my approach, and then when it came out, much like hers, it came out free flowing. It wasn't planned. It was one day
We were in the middle of singing
in
the car,
and wham! And I'm like, there it is.
I looked at him, I went,
and
I'm like, he said, yeah, I said it.
yeah,
it's here now.
yeah. So, but time goes with everything.
Yeah.
There's no need to rush into it, because you don't want to lust, because then you just, that base, that foundation, it's gonna have cracks and everything in it. If the foundation isn't strong, you'll see over the time that because that foundation was weak to start off with, that it's gonna have, those cracks are just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, because you lusted after the person versus building a foundation, becoming friends, so on and so forth, and then slowly but surely maturing into something deeper in that love phase. So that's just my outlook on it.
Well, I love my love bug, and I know he loves me back.
Like so. Okay.
So I think that's gonna wrap up our video, you guys.